I am at Great Lakes Dragaway in Union Grove, Wisconsin, and tonight is the official start of Pontiac Adventures taking place at Chula Vista and Wisconsin Dells this weekend. There's going to be drag racing, cruises, burnouts, and a whole lot more on this episode of Josh's Car Corner. So Pontiac Adventures is a continuation of the Gone events. It kind of picks up where the Gone events left off. The last Gone event was in 2013, and then a couple of the attendees who are also from Wisconsin and actually friends of mine decided that there needed to be something to keep it going. So they came up with this new event called Pontiac Adventures, and this is year 3 of it. It takes place in Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin, every September at Chula Vista Resort. And it's sort of expanding every year and more things are getting added. The first year there was no drag racing, and then the second year there was. And now this year we have a pretty decent attendance at the drag racing. So officially it starts now, even though the event is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But there are attendees here. We've got about 6 or 8 guys here this time, and it's gonna be some good racing tonight. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be one of the people racing. You have to have drag radials, and I don't have any, so I'm just gonna be spectating tonight and providing some coverage of it. But it's pretty exciting. We're gonna have some pretty fast cars here tonight, and then tomorrow, I'm gonna be leading a cruise down to Platteville and back, a spirited drive. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Should be some good roads that we're gonna be driving on. Saturday, I'll lead another cruise that's much shorter, and we're also gonna have a car show. And then what I'm really looking forward to, and once again, I can't come participate in because I don't have good tires, is there's this bar outside of Wisconsin Dells called Edge of the Dells Bar, where they have a gigantic burnout pit and you can do burnouts. And you might remember that in the intro of the show, you see me doing a giant burnout and driving all over the place. That's at Edge of the Dells Bar. So that's where we're gonna be on Saturday night. So it's gonna be awesome. I'm really looking forward to this. This is the one and only car thing I get to do this year since my return to Wisconsin, and I'm really excited about it. So we'll get some good footage of these guys tonight, and we'll probably catch up with Joe at some point. You might remember Joe Morgan. He was the guy who organized the original Gone events, and he also has been in countless episodes of Josh's Car Corner. He's got a big part of organization and involvement in these Pontiac Adventure meets too. So we'll catch up with him too at some point. I was just about to walk back over to all the attendant cars, and Joe comes walking up. So Joe's here, so he can give us a little more information. So tell us a little bit more about what Pontiac Adventures is.
Pontiac Adventures is an event that this will be its 3rd year. I have to thank a combo of 3 people: Deb Stabani, Chris Wackel, and Ed Sari from Chula Vista. After we had to put the G8 GTO Owners National or International event to bed, Chris and Deb came up to me and said, look, we'd really love to create a new event to give people that came to this an opportunity to get together, and more importantly, to get other Pontiacs from all the eras together in one place to have a great time. And I said, I love the sound of this. Go for it. You got my blessing, not like you needed it. So they created this event. We're now in the 3rd year. This is the first portion of the event that we had a demand for drag racing. So last year, it started off kind of small. We had 2 of us here at the track. 2 of us drove in and 1 of us drove out. I got pulled out on a flatbed truck. This year we have 5 cars here, 3 of which are racing. So we have a way bigger total than we had last year.
And I have somebody to share my misery with this weekend, because as I'm not racing, he's not racing either.
To me, this sort of feels like being an alcoholic at a bar drinking ice water.
Absolutely. That's a good analogy. So yeah, but now something I said earlier is the cool thing is this event has kind of expanded every year. So the first year we didn't do the drag racing.
Nope, didn't do it at all.
But then we did it in year 2, and now we're doing it again in year 3.
And there goes one of our participants.
Yep, he's got a black 04, and he's turning off some pretty good times right now. But it's exciting. We're gonna have a ton of cruising routes. I'm leading 2, he's leading 1.
I'm leading 2.
You're leading 2. Okay, we're gonna have the car show on Saturday, weather permitting. And yeah, then Saturday night we're going to do the Edge of the Dells bar. It's going to be awesome, and I'm going to film as much of it as I can so we can get a good complete episode so you guys can see what an awesome event this is. And if you have a Pontiac, you got to come out for 2017. We need to grow this event and keep it going. Yeah, Gary's done for the night, but he just pointed out that his tire spun on the rim on that last run. Where's that?
This mark right here was lined up right with the valve stem, and this one was lined up with that hole.
Oh, wow. Okay, then.
So that's spun a good half-inch.
Okay, well, it looks like that's going to do it for the night. Everybody's gotten all the passes they want to get. Looks like our fastest pass is going to go to Kyle over there. On that last run, he ran 11:57 out of 121. So he'll win the award on Sunday morning for quickest overall time. So everyone's going to get back into street mode here. Kyle's got to put his street tires back on. Gary Fowler's got to do the same thing. We're going to cannonball up to Chula Vista for the night, and we'll get started on the whole event tomorrow morning. It's Friday morning now. Registration is open behind me, and the cruises are about to start getting assembled to go off. It did rain overnight. Well, we looked at the radar this morning, and hopefully we've missed the most of it, and it's starting to dissipate and break up behind us, and we can actually see a little bit of sun poking through the clouds to the east. So hopefully this will clear off, and by the afternoon the roads will be dry and we can have some fun, especially on my route, because I've got a pretty spirited route plan, and we can still have our fun at Dells Raceway Park. But I can hear people pulling up right now. There's Gary. So yeah, we're getting assembled for our cruises here. So we just got done at Potosi Brewery. That was our lunchtime stop, and we did an awesome tour of the brewery there. A lot of cool history. It's actually the National Brewery Museum. So lots of cool historical stuff, lots of old beer slogans and advertising, and a lot of history about the brewery itself. It's actually the only non-profit brewery in the U.S., so it's kind of like the Packers in a way. It's like publicly owned. It's not there to make money. They get any money they make, they give away to charity, which is awesome. So good beer, good food. We had a great time, and now we're heading back, and we're gonna do our little speed route and fun route on the back half here. So we'll turn the cameras back on when we get to the fun stuff. Saturday morning now, the sun's coming up and everyone's starting to trickle out here. Me and some other guys are going to go for breakfast at Paul Bunyan's restaurant in the Dells. Well, we'll get to the car show here pretty soon, and after that, it's going to be Edge of the Dells tonight. Had an amazing time yesterday. The cruise was a lot of fun. Got some really good road driving in. Roads were in great shape. For the most part, they were empty, so we had a great time. And then when we got to the Dells Raceway Park, we did some pretty good laps there. Some guys turned some pretty fast laps. I nearly lost it. But we don't have that on camera because I was driving at the time, so that's unfortunate because I would have loved to put that on Facebook and make a Mustang joke, but that's not going to happen. And then we had a lot of fun out here in the parking lot last night, just kicking back and drinking. And my buddy Yvonne showed up with his Viper. He let me take it for a drive. We went downtown, got some dinner, had a lot of fun. Vipers are cool. I understand the appeal. However, this is a Pontiac weekend, so we're going to focus on that. Okay, so the car show portion of the event is over. Pretty good turnout. I think we had 53 cars that I counted, and there were a couple that showed up at the very end that are not going to be in the show because they showed up way too late. But pretty good turnout. I'm impressed. And I gotta say, the GTO probably has never been cleaner in the 6 years that I've owned it, because 2 days ago I washed it, I clay barred it, and I waxed it, so it made it really easy to clean this morning, which was a hell considering how busy I am this weekend. But it turned out really nice, and there's a ton of cars here. It's dominated mostly again by Holden stuff. We got 5 or 6 GTOs here, tons of G8s again. Still got a half dozen GXPs, but we got more classic stuff this time around. We got a lot of classic Bonnevilles and Grand Prix. We've got a couple of Solstices. We've got one old Grand Am that I remember. We've got a Formula Firebird with a massive drag engine. Some really cool stuff there. My favorite thing, and the thing I voted one of my favorites, is the GTO wagon. It's not, there never was a GTO wagon, but it's an old Pontiac wagon that he put GTO stuff on, and it's just a really sweet car. So they're getting us lined up for a big photo right now. Bit of a cluster, but we'll get it done. And then I'm leading tour number 5, and that will be one that we'll have lunch on the lake, and I take the Merrimack Ferry, which is always good. And then we're gonna come back here, and then from there we'll go to Edge of Dells for the burnout competition, which unfortunately I cannot participate in. I could not find another set of tires to either put on after destroying what I've got or destroy in lieu of destroying what I've got. So I get to spectate, but it'll still be fun. Okay, so we're at the Edge of the Dells bar right now, and this is the new parking area they've got for doing burnouts. And as you can see behind me, the carnage is already come and gone. We had a lot of fun out here, so I recorded some of the really good burnouts, and I'm going to show you right now, so check this out. So it's Sunday afternoon now, and Pontiac Adventures is officially over. We had our buffet this morning and our award ceremony. It was really good. We had an excellent buffet catered by Chula Vista, really good stuff. And then we had our award ceremony. We handed out awards for the car show. Then we also handed out awards for the drag racing. And we also had special awards for longest distance guy. He got a free thing so you can convert any radio to have an aux radio input. Very cool. The whole event just reminds me so much of why I came back here and why I'm so happy to be back. I mean, Pontiac Adventures is one car show. There's tons of car shows. There's tons of Pontiac car shows. But the group of people that come to this event are just a cut above. And I just identify so much with them. And I made so many good friends in this group. And it's just a very giving and generous and outgoing group, and that's just so encouraging and so nice to see. As a matter of fact, you'll see an example of why I feel that way about this group. Check this out.
We have an award for the best burnout that I would like to have Kyle Freeze come up here. Kyle's car makes a great deal of horsepower. He brought a set of tires along with the intention of doing a phenomenal burnout. And he had, I think there must have been 50 to 60 people standing watching, and Kyle lit them up. Lit them up to a point where we heard a loud bang. We all just stood there with our jaws dropped in horror. Not as much as the horror that Kyle was feeling as he looked in his rearview mirror and saw his bumper sitting beside his car.
Next, I looked out the
Well, that's right.
I looked, and it was right there. And I said a few words.
One of the things I love most about the Pontiac community, this is a family that we look out for each other. And I will thank Tom Pappas, who had said to me, look, we know the cost of doing things like this. Tom suggested we need to be passing a hat. And I just wanted to say that passing a hat around to be able to help, you entertained us, so we as a Pontiac family want to help you out. We were able to gather $339 in donations that I want to present to you to help you repair your car and get it back to the beautiful shape.
Now, I'm sure that kind of thing could have happened with other groups and at other events, but I've certainly never seen it. And the generosity and spirit of giving and helping out in the Pontiac community is just something else. It's something I've never experienced anywhere else, and it's something I really hold dear. And I'm so glad to be back and be with these guys again and be with this group and to be attending events like this. And it was a good time. And if you have a Pontiac, you should come to next year's event. Keep your eyes posted. The website's PontiacAdventures.com. And by the way, if you do own a Chevy SS next year, they are going to make the exemption and let Chevy SSs be involved, because we all know it's really a G8 with a bow tie on the front. So that is the one exemption they will make going forward. So I hope you enjoyed this episode and you got to have a little taste of what Pontiac Adventures is. It's not the gone meat, it's something different, and maybe it's something better, because now you've got old Pontiacs and you've got new Pontiacs. It's just a great way to hang out and have fun with friends and meet new people, and take the family away for a weekend too, so they can get out and have some fun. Chula Vista is a pretty cool resort. So once again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. This episode of Josh's Car Corner was a fun one to make, so hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you guys next time.